Uh, Good afternoon. This is Travis Clardy, President and CEO of the Texas Healthcare Association, coming to you with a very special edition of Weekend Review. And you ask yourself, why is this so special? I'll tell you why. Because we're approaching the end of the 89th legislative session. We got a few days to go. Sign and die, meaning Latin for get out of town, happens next Tuesday. We will sign and die. The gavels will go down the House and Senate, and the 89th legislative session will be ending. So we're looking forward to that, but a lot of activity this week, a lot of good news to report. It's been kind of a nifty week in Austin. We have been covered up with rain. I know April showers bring Mayflowers. I'm not sure what May showers bring at all, but we've had plenty of it. In fact, if you look behind me, you'll see the rotunda, the scaffolding's up there for the roofing project, but there we guys that are working now because the storm came through with 60, 70 mile an hour winds and blew out one of the big windows in the Capitol Rotunda. So it's been a stormy week, not only in weather, but also on the floors of the chambers. That's that time of the session where these little kids get tired. I think in the House, as they move through all the Senate bills, they stayed up 3 or 4 nights in a row, at least till midnight. And one night went to 2:30 in the morning. So, folks have been in the same room for 140 days. They all start getting tired of how they smell and seeing each other and wearing the same old clothes. And people seeing their bills diet, so it can get a little tense, a little difficult for the members as they finish up the work. But that is the job, and we're going to get that done. So the budget was released last week. I think I told you that we did not have the final budget. That came out first of this week. We did confirm some very good things in the budget for our profession. There's going to be a $12 increase for the portion that deals with dietary nutrition and administration of that, which is something we've supported the entire session long. So that's going to be a great improvement to help us to provide better quality care for our residents throughout the state of Texas. So that's in the base budget. We are also hoping to confirm that the funding for stagnant enhancement is going to be moving over to the base rate, which could make a significant difference. Now, we'll have to work out particular numbers by facility, so it will depend upon utilization of the old stagnant enhancement versus how that new rate would be allocated on the base budget. But net, I think this is going to be a positive for all of our operators, our facilities, and providing additional funding beyond the $12 per day we're getting from the dietary nutrition. And again, that's what we need. We all know we've been having to come in this different directions in the Texas legislature and years gone by. But we got to keep whittling away, because even with those significant improvements in funding, we still lag behind the national average. And so we'll keep our tabs on that. But I think we've had a very good session, not only on the money side, but last week I told you that we passed the informal dispute resolution, the IDR bill, and that has now been signed into law by the governor. That's a new piece of information. And then in the last part of the Senate bills, we were able to see the amendment through that's going to take the child bill that we worked very closely with Representative Coney Rose's office. And her staff did a fantastic job. Shout out to Daniel for that. But we got agreed to language with HHSC, which has now been amended and incorporated into a bill that we expect to be finalized, if not today, then tomorrow. They will be in session today, rest of the day. I'm not sure how long. Tomorrow, Saturday, again on Sunday, and again on Monday, before they sign it down on Tuesday. But we should see a finalization of that bill. So our child bill, I know the change of ownership issue has been usually concerning to our membership and to the owners, and just the delays there. So I think we've come to an understanding with our friends HHSC, which basically they can clean up that process and shorten it as they see fit in the future. But in the meantime, we will be able to go ahead and process the billing immediately upon change of ownership. And then we'd work on the successor liability provision that we had come up with as 90 on our team, and they worked that through the process. We get very happy to see that get there. Sometimes the bill moves, sometimes you amend it, but that's part of the sausage making process. But we got a great team here at THCA working for you, and a great lobby team out there, great other professionals who work with us. So if I started naming, I'd leave somebody out, but we do. We have a really, really solid team. I do want to give a couple of shouts out here. A couple of those I hope feeling better. One of them usually here with my boy Cody is in the room with me filming here, but he's home in bed with Griffin Collins. And I look forward to seeing him hopefully back on his feet before we go to D.C. And then I understand that Randy Martin probably is asleep. If he not, go back to sleep. But we had to cancel one of our meetings because he's homesick. So I guess these summer colds, spring colds and flus or whatever, they just keep coming. But hopefully you two guys get fetal better. We'll see you soon. So back to the task at hand, weekend review. So where we are in the process, we will finalize the conference committees or the House amends or the Senate amends. The bill, they make changes, has to go back and be accepted, concurred, or a conference committee is appointed, and then you get 5 senators, 5 House members. They get together and then bang out those differences and then represent them to the respective chambers. And if they're both accept those changes out of the conference committee, those are signed on what's called a conference committee report. And once that's done, then you have a final piece of legislation that then will make its way to the governor's desk for him to determine whether he wants to sign off on it or let it sit there pass by passage of time, or exercise his constitutional right to veto legislation. So that's where we are. The bad news is for me, because I enjoy doing these, is this will be my last Friday weekend review because there won't be a session going on next Friday. We do not think, put an asterisk there, we do not believe there will be a special session called by Governor Abbott. That's his exclusive prerogative as the chief executive of Texas. So we're not anticipating any special sessions being called, at least not back-to-back right after session. I've experienced that as a legislator. You sang it out one day and you gab them the next morning for the first call special session. We don't expect that's going to happen, so no Friday show next week because there will be nothing in this session. But what I do plan to do at some point in the near future, give you a final legislative review and probably try to get some friends on here to discuss what it means and what it doesn't. We're certainly going to do that at some other upcoming events. So let me segue away from Capitol Weekend Review and talk to you just for a moment about what's coming up on the THCA calendar, and encourage all of you to do what you can to participate in these things. So I'm going to take this in chronological order. First up, next weekend, the First Lady of the THCA, Judy Knight, will be traveling to D.C., Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, to meet with our congressional delegation, along with, I think we're up over 40 of our THCA members who are going to be going with us up to D.C. to talk about those issues and have a Texas message for the Texas delegation about many things, but most notably the continued funding of Medicaid in Texas and how that program has been protected through the budget reconciliation process in D.C., that old budgeting process. So that's going to be an interesting week for us. I'll have a special report for you from D.C. while we're there. And then we'll come home. And again, but if you want to sign up, talk to your boss, talk to everybody, say, we need to be represented. So if you can, make the trip to D.C. We'll all wear a lot. We have some special surprises there. If you're in attendance, we'll be sending out, those of you that sign up next week, we'll get the email out to you probably Thursday before we all travel, kind of lining out the schedule for meetings and who's going to go where. So stay tuned for that, fellow D.C. traveler. Next up, when we get home, this will be June 15th through the 18th. We will be in Fort Worth at the DSW Marriott near Fort Worth, where we're going to be doing our summer show and golf classic pack fundraiser. So we've great registration so far. Well, they ran to Scott in our THC office and our team here, North and Bob, the whole bunch. April, get well soon. Let's get everybody together. But I think we have a great summer show, great program put together, wonderful speakers, great educational opportunities, and I hope to have a congressional panel there from D.C. to talk to you about what's happening there relative to long-term care and skilled nursing in Texas from a federal perspective. So then we'll have a great party, by the way, and a wonderful golf tournament for the golfers. So sign up, be there at Beach Square. I think we've gone through the book of rooms. You'll have to check with Randy about this for the rooms we reserved. We're having a really excellent turnout, and thank you to our associate business members for your sponsorships and your participation in setting up there and being part of the THCA family. So that's June 15th, 8th. Go forward. After that, we will be moving, before we know it, summer will be over, kids will be back in school, and it'll be time for the fall convention and trade show, and that'll be happening in Houston, Texas. That's in September. I want to say, I should have it in front of me. I won't say 15, 18, but don't hold me to that. We'll correct it. We have plenty of time. But registration is open. That's the important point. Go online, go on the THCA site, and I think it's been pretty user friendly. We've not been getting a whole lot of calls of people not being able to navigate our site. But in the meantime, the number of people registering at a very healthy clip. Associate business members and others, sponsorship are available for that as well. You can reserve, if you haven't already, your space on the floor for the trade show. So we're really expecting a big crowd there, a couple of special guests that we're talking to come to be part of our program. And at the fall show, we'll again do another breakdown of what just happened behind the year at the Pink Dome, and kind of give a look at what's going on politically in the great state of Texas and how that may impact us in the future. So a lot of great things to look forward to. We've got a great team here working for you. But only veteran teamwork here is who we work for, and that's you, the people who commit yourselves to long-term care throughout Texas. They'll take care of that aged, the vulnerable population, help them stay healthy, get healthy, and treat them with respect and dignity. You know, say it all the time. No, that's our job. That's our mission here at the THCA. Our job is to take care of the people who took care of us. And I want to commend and thank all of you for the good work you do out there in the field every day. You know, they don't go close our facilities. We're there 24/7, 365, and take care of us calls. So, again, well, thank you for all that you do. Look forward to seeing you all again soon. If not at DC, then see you up there. Then at Fort Worth, and not Fort Worth, I'll see you in Houston. And if I don't see you there, we probably will see me on the road, because that's my plan, to get out, come to all of our regions in Texas, meet with our facilities, talk to you on the ground, see what we can better do to serve you as you serve others. So with that, I wish all of you a very happy weekend. Let's get out there and do some good things. I'm going to get my very able student intern get ready, punch the button to end this show. But until then, God bless y'all. Have a great weekend, and God bless Texas. Bye-bye.